Evolve.
Family! My name is Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a bell ringer angel reference on one of them. Please, use them however you like. Now, if you want to play with my cards, you could add me to an Earthright Runecraft deck. You can activate my ability to make your next spell cost 4 less, so you can play cards like Golem's Protection for free. You can even use this on your opponent's turn, so you could use cards with Quick, like Fiery Embrace, to surprise them. Oh, I also play well with Juno's Secret Laboratory, and Remy and Rami Witchy Duo, since I also create a magic sediment. And that's all the cards featuring me in the upcoming set. They'll all be available in the third booster set, Flame of Lavatane, releasing February 2nd!
The flame of Lavatane rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Lavatane, now on sale. Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve! Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
Millie Parfait from Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy. Next, we have, ta-da! That's me, a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in-game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and lead you to victory! Ding dong! Check out these token cards I drew myself. I even drew a Bell Ringer Angel reference on one of them. Please!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Shadowverse Evolve English Edition World Invitational 2023 World Finals. And we are here going into round 6. We did skip over round 5 on stream because, unfortunately, as casters, me and Kel here are not yet ascended beings. We still have internal organs rather than Shadowverse Evolve cards for internal organs.
Need nourishment to stay alive.
That's true. That's true. So they graciously allowed us to take a little bit of a breather. But now we're back with even more Shadowverse Evolve action and a very, very exciting round coming into round 6 here, because we have BMA versus SYMPHONUS. That's the 3rd place Sydney Regionals versus the 1st place Austria Regionals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really interesting match. The way I hear it, this is going to be our first mirror match of the day.
Looks like it. Uma versus Uma.
Uma, it's all Uma. All Uma for this round.
I mean, we had to get one eventually because, as we saw in the graphic earlier, there's like 22 Uma players, so eventually we were going to have to hit this.
Yeah, and I really think like the minor differences between the two decks can like really, really be the deciding factor.
Oh, for sure.
We have looked over the decks already, and there are some differences, and I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we'll take a look at the deck list in a second, but first, I want to remind everybody in chat, you can actually vote on who you think is going to win this match, BMA versus SYMPHONUS. Now, if you are familiar with the Shadowverse digital game scene, BMA is a very familiar name to you. SYMPHONUS took 1st place, however, so who's going to bring out on top? And also, we also have, after the round, the trivia giveaway, where we ask you a trivia question, and you type the answer in the chat for a chance for a Flame of Levitine card pack, and a signed Ambassador Evolution point either from me or from Chris Different Fight.
Yeah. I've mentioned it before, the top tier Evo point cards, right?
Thank you, thank you. Hopefully, I actually gave some out to some players the night before this tournament, and they said they're going to play it in Worlds, so hopefully, hopefully it's giving them a little bit of luck today, and hopefully it's not giving them, like, unluckiness. That would be bad.
Yeah, you should have seen he had like a lineup. There was like people just waiting. He's just like, oh, let me sign it.
No, stop.
His pen exploded at one point.
My pen did explode. That one is true.
Yeah.
But yes, as we said, the round is going to be BMA versus SYMPHONUS, Uma versus Uma. So we're going to have the deck list up for you in just a second.
Yes.
But I want to talk about BMA's story coming from the digital game.
Yeah, tell me about BMA.
BMA is a very storied player in Shadowverse Digital, having won many a tournament, topped many a tournament, gotten to Contenders Cup. Very, very storied player. And it turns out, not only is he good at the digital Shadowverse game, he's good at Shadowverse Evolve too, and he's at the World Finals, just proving he is the king of everything Shadowverse, apparently. And his record is pretty good too. Going into round 6, he is 4-1 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good, right? That's more or less where you want to be. And this is where it's kind of like at those make or break it time, you know? You kind of want to clear out the rest because we are only doing 7 rounds before cutting to the top 8 here.
Mm-hmm. So if he's able to get an X1,
yeah,
that's what you want.
X1, you're still in it. You're still in it. You don't want to be X2. So
that being said, BMA did only get 3rd at the Sydney Regionals only. That's still an awesome achievement, right? But I want to say SYMPHONUS, who is his opponent today, it made 1st in the Austria Regionals, the Austria Regionals champion. So who's going to come out on top in the Uma mirror? Especially because if we're going to take a look at the deck list soon, BMA's list is more traditional Uma, where SYMPHONUS has a bit of spicy technology into it.
Yeah, yeah, and these are, I mean, going into this event, Uma is the deck that, you know, a lot of people expected to see a lot, and you know a lot of players played against, right? If you're playing testing a field that, you know, you expect to see a lot of Uma, you're obviously going to play against a lot of Uma. So both of these players are intimately familiar with the mirror match, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. They definitely expected this was going to happen.
Yes.
And we were talking about this a little bit off-cast, too, like, is it the question of who die was first or the question of who die was bigger?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question.
who Daiwa's bigger, who even gets the Daiwa, right? Because sometimes you just don't get there.
Yeah, especially with the restriction to trial initiation and Econodictus, maybe that lack of tutor is going to end up harming one and not the other. We'll have to find out. Let's take a look at the deck list here. BMA's Uma Musume deck is indeed, as we lampshaded earlier, a bit of a standard list. No funny one-drop like Top Gun or Shinko Windy.
Right.
And instead, we're playing the top end of the 1 of Narita Bryan, 2 Aguri Cap, 2 Rai Shower. We also have the 2 Matikane Tannhauser for the Dragoncraft and Swordcraft
Yeah,
matchup.
the anti-amulet card. Interesting, we actually haven't seen that come into play much at all this event, but who knows for future. In this particular matchup, won't really be relevant. It's just kind of like a body right there.
Right, you can always just discard it with Top Road, right? So it's not a
Exactly.
big deal.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, this looks like what I would consider a very familiar list. Like this is a list that pretty close to what I would play, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple like one-offs here or there, but
Yeah, the one of Gold City is quite interesting, right? Just getting a lot of stats, especially in the Uma mirror where you're all just flooding the board with vodka, Daiwa, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then maybe Gold City can actually come in and sneak in through there for a little storm to face. So that's an interesting one of inclusion, especially in a field where a lot of decks are going wide. Like if they Floral Fencer you, for example, your Gold City is going to be eating good that turn.
yeah,
so.
yeah, that's true. That is
Yeah.
true. And we saw Gold City come do a lot of work
In Forest Craft,
Forest.
yeah.
Yeah. Just a nice little tempo card.
Yeah, but very, very nice, clean lists. You know, why fix it if it ain't broken? But meanwhile, SYMPHONUS has a... Oh, wait, let's take a look at the Evolve deck first, actually. Yeah. I'm getting too excited. The Evolve list is very simple here. 3 Agnes Tachyon, 1 Special Week, 6 Carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need, baby. No special spicy tech here. Just the Special Week Evolved in the late game, potentially buffing your entire Uma board is very nice. And the Agnes Tachyon, of course, crucial to recycle a spell from your cemetery. So there you have it.
Yeah, Agnes is just kind of like just an insanely powerful card, right? Other than Daiwa and Vodka, probably one of the big standout cards.
The top 3, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right, meanwhile, SYMPHONUS' Uma deck is very, very interesting here with a one of Twin Turbo. Tell me about this.
So Twin Turbo is an interesting card, one that we haven't seen at all today. Interesting stat lines, right? So it's a 2-drop 3/1. It can, if you have enough Uma cards in your bin, it can also gain Storm, but it also has a Sail, which means that it can trade into the followers that aren't rested. And in a mirror match, this could be a card that could help finish off something like a Daiwa Scarlet.
Or like an Agnes as well, which is
Exactly.
really important because obviously it has race, so it can gain rush
That's
at pretty
true.
much any point.
Yep.
So even if it
don't even need that fanfare.
Right, even if you don't activate the fanfare, you're able to use it as a basically, essentially like a ping spell almost.
Yeah. Other includes that weren't included in BMA's deck.
Maruzensky.
Maruzensky, yeah, I actually really like Maruzensky. She's a nice little 2-for-1. She can
absolutely.
do some removal if you have Necro Charge. Her Evo, we'll have to wait and see how many Evo versions.
Right. But the
her Evo
fanfare
can also
itself
do
is already quite good,
Yeah.
where it selects an enemy follower on the field and gives it -4/-4 for Necro Charge 10. So you're getting a lot of cards through your deck when you're playing Uma Musume, especially once you start Daiwa vodkaing and then just spamming spells out. So having all that in your cemetery and then having the Maruzensky activate on top of that, very, very strong. So there you have it. Those are some of the offbeat includes that were in this deck that aren't in the other.
Yeah, I do like the Maruzensky include. Let's take a look at the Evo deck here just to see how many Evo versions of Maruzensky. So we do have one.
So we do got one. We do got one,
Yeah.
which is nice because you can get another -2/-2, especially against opponents that are going wide. Maruzensky can be a 3-for-1.
Right, yeah.
Pop one, pop the other, and then rush into the other one. So, and in this meta where there's a lot of people going wide, Maruzensky is SYMPHONUS' answer in the same way that for BMA, Gold City was his answer.
Yeah, and like in this particular matchup, I think this definitely could come into play, right? We've spoken about earlier on stream how Uma is a deck that it's got a lot of removal, but it's not great at removing, wide board states. And Maruzensky can definitely help with that. Like you said, potential 3-for-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they got like, I don't want to keep harping on about it, but it's the most important thing in the matchup. So Vodka, Daiwa, and then you Maruzensky, one of them to get rid of it, and then like you can trade into another follower that's maybe engaged from the previous turn. So it makes a lot of sense.
But one thing to note, they are running the Maruzensky, which means they are running one less Agnes.
That's true. Is that going to be relevant? Oh, it could be.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess we'll find out. But guys, we are heading into round 6 now. Again, that is BMA A name very familiar to the Shadowverse Digital guys, as well as the Austria regional champion, SYMPHONUS. I'm super excited for this game. It could go to anyone. The specific techs each one included to beat the UMA matchups are very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Who's going to come on top, Gold City or Maruzensky? I guess we'll see.
We shall see. We shall see. I do love like the little like tech includes like this. You know?
Yeah.
It makes the decks a little bit more personal and what the players feel is like the best choice for an event like this.
Gold City is so interesting too because that additional storm could be huge. Let's get into the games here. BMA versus SYMPHONUS. The third place at the Sydney Regionals versus the first place Austria Regionals. The fist bump to respectful start to the game.
You'll love to see it.
You'll love to see it. All right, let's find a special week to start off.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of what both players want, right? They want the special week on turn 2. Turn 1, not a ton of plays here.
Oh, he's using my Evo point. Look at it.
Oh, let's go. Triple Igni. Oh, no, there's one
two
Chris.
Ignis, one Chris.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go. I hope that it brings you good luck and not the opposite. Fingers crossed.
Does that mean if BMA loses,
it's my fault? Hey, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me, brother. All right.
All right.
Deciding on the mulligan here. All right.
Yeah. So like, if you're the BMA, if you are the UMA player, I mean both UMA players. Basically, what I'm trying to ask is, what is your ideal first couple turns, right?
Well, for BMA, he doesn't run any of the aggressive stuff. So for him, well, neither does, honestly, both players don't run any of the aggressive drops. So honestly, you just want to draw into your draw or your special week on turn 2, I think.
He got the best, dude. Look at that.
And he got the trial initiation to immediately pull dial.
Oh, that's if you're SYMPHONUS, you gotta be like a little bummed, right?
Yeah.
One
BMA
drop
was like,
into Daiwa.
BMA saw that off of his mulligan and was like, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, my evolve points are working.
Yep. Oh man. And so let's see if BMA follows that up with a 2-drop special week.
If special week comes out on 2, I think SYMPHONUS is going to be quite upset.
Yeah. Ooh, looks like a pass. Looks no 2-drop.
No 2-drop for SYMPHONUS.
And let's see.
Oh wait, going into 3. Oh, Maruzensky right off the bat, and yeah, not even gonna try and activate fanfare, and answered with a make some noise on the opposite side.
Immediately shut down.
I mean, this is a very board-based matchup, man. You can't let anything through because that damage is gonna build up, especially in the late game where they can combo Daiwa Scarlet and give everything Storm. Like,
yep. Can't let the opponent get that board state, and it really snowballs, especially with Vodka out there.
Oh. Using my evolve point, I'm so proud. I'm like a proud dad. Using my evolve point to go ahead and evolve.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, race rather.
So this is this one that rebuys a card? I think it does. Gets a card back from the bin.
That's
Looks
right. Sakura Chiono. Oh,
yeah, getting back
makes some noise and leaving up. Ooh, now that is fun.
Yeah. So SYMPHONUS knows now, like, okay, my opponent does have removal in hand.
Yep.
Is that going to affect what they play? Just, like, they have it, they know they have it, so they just have to run it out. What's really interesting about Shadowverse Evolve is that you can only play a spell or an effect on attack or at end of turn, right? Mm-hmm. So it kind of gets around, being able to like shoot it in response or anything like that.
Yeah. The specific timings that you have to be considerate of.
Yeah, which is really relevant in matchups like this.
And SYMPHONUS on the other side uses Asian Flash to bounce that Sakura back.
Yep, notably Asian Flash, now a 4/4 out of the make some noise range currently.
Yep. And the ones that on race gain stats are so strong, I feel like, because just that extra threshold. Oh, we have a Gold City out from BMA's turn into another Asian Flash.
So this is like a big tempo play, right? Gold City getting those play points back and then being able to follow that up with your own Asian Flash. And now BMA has the board.
And this is just tempo, right? Gold City not getting the Storm, but just being a 1 play point 3/3 is so powerful.
Yeah, like he's got 7 power on board. 7 power, 7 health. That's a lot. Especially on such an early turn here.
Oh, but how is SYMPHONUS going to respond at 5 play points? there is an option for the infamous Wombo combo.
5 play points is the threshold to play.
But
Daiwa
here's my consideration. Like, do you save that for the late game OTK potentially of like buffing up your board?
Yeah, interesting.
And going for face that way, knowing that they have a lot of removal as well.
I think I see a Daiwa in hand, but he's just gonna run out the same card.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Asian the Asian.
Yep, back and forth.
We're gonna see an Asian on this Asian.
Right? I mean, like, just kind of slowly eating down those carrots, right? I got a good stock of 6 carrots each, so just gotta make use of those. They're not only for Oguri Cap.
That's true. That is funny though. The Asian back and forth is not something
Bounce
that
your Asian, bounce your
But I
Asian.
think both players recognize that the longer they can hold their vodka Daiwa for a later gameplay, then they can give everything storm and buff everything up. And that could end up being like either an OTK or at least a massive amount of damage, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if they play the Daiwa Scarlet early, they risk getting answered by an opponent Raindrops or an opponent
for sure
any of their removal spells or an opposing Daiwa Scarlet, right? So it's a game of how long can I hold on to this resource before I force my opponent to use theirs.
Exactly. Or just maybe perhaps wait until you have backup.
Yeah.
Wait until you have multiple Daiwa or vodka.
Yeah, true. But I guess we'll find out here going into BMA's 5th turn. He's pulling it off!
Daiwa coming down. Let's see what he tutors for. Options typically include Lamplet or
Make some noise.
Bigger card. Yeah, make some noise.
Make some noise. Is that 4 damage? Ooh, so it's going to be able to take out that Asian Flash too.
Yeah, being able to play that for 1 play point here.
Yep.
There you go.
There it is.
Clean up the board. Maintain your board control. And that's kind of like the name of the game here with Uma, and particularly in this matchup, right? You just want to maintain board control, maintain tempo. As if you can pass the turn with units on your side of the field and nothing on your opponent's side, I think you're feeling pretty good. And like that's where I would like to be if I was in this situation.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case, especially when your unit is Daiwa Scarlet.
Right, yeah, I mean, like, and it's like, you know, the best card in your deck.
The best card in the deck. But this is where the reason why I was just looking through the SYMPHONUS' deck here, because now I realize that Daiwa Scarlet at 4 defense is actually vulnerable to Twin Turbo plus Flowers for You.
Yeah, that's true.
So is that going to be an option that SYMPHONUS pulls out here? The one of tech,
one of Twin
maybe
Turbo
being relevant? No, it's going to be an opposing Daiwa Scarlet.
Match yours.
Oh, no.
You know what? I would also like to make some noise, please.
True mirror match here. And we're going to make some noise on your Daiwa Scarlet, all right? Don't tell the neighborhood watch, okay? Noise complaint.
Right, yeah, it's just a party in here, right?
Yeah. Daiwa Scarlet taking out herself here. Trust nobody.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
even yourself. All right.
So, beam it down, 1 Daiwa Scarlet. SYMPHONUS still rocking a Daiwa Scarlet.
Yeah, and that's going to be able to be taken out for just 1 play point there. Ooh.
Notably, didn't drop a vodka this turn, which...
No, because you had to use the make some noise anyway, so you wouldn't have the play points for vodka.
True. And he's going to race the Daiwa, which is, you know, an option that you can do just to clean up the board.
That's the strength of the Uma Musume followers, is that, yes, they have amazing effects, but they all also have the flexibility of just being able to gain rush instantly.
1 play point rush, yeah. And... once again, like I said, you just want to have something on your field at the end of the turn and your opponent to have nothing. And you just want to keep that up until you can build up a board state that is just insurmountable.
Agnes Tachyon, though, if you pull back a trial initiation from this.
I mean, Agnes is like licking her chops here. Like seeing a 1 health follower on the opposing field, you're like, all right, well, that Daiwa is not long for this world.
Yep.
So even without attacking into it, you can just kind of like clean it up. And here we see just a nice casual back and forth here, right? Players like slamming down cards, answering your opponent's threats.
And even going to evolve, and I think it's probably going to just get trial initiation because just like an additional draw and being able to deal that 1/1 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little card selection there. But you know, you gotta think about it a little bit here. This is so far has been a very like back and forth close match. Though to note, BMA is now out of Evo points.
That's true. Use all 3 of them. Can always still Evo with play points, but this makes it a little less flexible.
And exactly as we said, trial initiation, Agnes trigger, taking out the Daiwa Scarlet.
Ooh, it's so strong. And with trial initiation, you can get the cards you need.
Yeah, and BMA's kind of tanking on this one. Potential, some good options potentially here.
And remember, with BMA having 3 Agnes, with SYMPHONUS only having 2, if it's a battle of attrition, I think BMA might have the edge potentially.
I think you might be right. We'll have to see if SYMPHONUS with his Maruzenskis can come into play, maybe get some value at some point to maybe get back a little bit of that.
Oh.
All right, well, that's a sign, right?
That's spicy.
Yeah.
So what we just saw there was outrunning the encroaching heat, which gives another follower Storm.
Yep. That's a great way to push just a bunch of damage when you really, really need to. And with these decks being so like board-based, being able to like storm your opponent out of nowhere is going to be, could be the make or break play.
That being said, though, BMA did not leave any play points open, meaning that whatever SYMPHONUS does here is uncontested.
Yeah. And the units on field, like, not that big. Oh, here we have a Rice Shower. So Rice Shower, just being able to...
Ping 3.
Yep.
Discard the top 2. You can even get it back with a Sakura Chiyo no O if you have that.
Yeah. And this card, nice little ward, and then on Last Words, getting able to get a card back.
Special week to draw. Ooh, flowers for you. More cycle.
Yeah.
Now that Necro Charge is starting to ramp up here with these 1-cost spells.
Notably, Agnes still on board, right? So Agnes could potentially, if BMA has a certain number of spells in hand, could potentially kill off the Rice Shower, kill off the Special Week. So the potential to board wipe is like decent here.
I think they're checking their Necro Charge count. It's currently at 6. Yep.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I think you are right.
So 4 more to go, and then Maruzensky comes in and just starts cleaning up. So got to be careful about that.
Reminder, she gives a -4/-4 on Necro Charge 10.
And then on Evolve, -2/-2 again.
Yep.
That's a strong card.
Yeah, and you can spread those around, spread the love around.
Especially, like I said, Uma goes wide, Sword goes wide.
Yeah.
It matters.
And we talked about it here. Uma typically not great at dealing with a super wide board state, so Maruzensky could be a big player here.
Yeah, the one that changes that fact.
Yeah.
From being not great to being actually pretty good.
Yeah, just good value. Good old-fashioned value. Well, hey,
oh, boy.
Second Daiwa. All right, so here's the question, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a Daiwa Scarlet. Are we finally going to see vodka?
With Agnes on board?
Yes. This is the trifecta where things can get nasty.
Oh, I think it's about to get nasty.
Yeah.
Let's see what BMA has in store for us.
3 play points left over. Definitely enough to play vodka plus a spell.
Daiwa's going to probably pull Lamplet for a free spell here. Oh, no, my solo.
Oh, so like hard removal on the Rice Shower.
That's true. It only costs 1, right?
Yeah. Rice Shower has, she's got like 5 health, right? Which Lamplet's a little bit difficult to...
That's true. That's true.
To get through.
So my solo is going to be able to hard remove. And remember, it only costs 1 cost because it costs 4, then it costs 2 from the discount, and then with Daiwa, it costs 1. So
yeah,
a hard removal for 1 play point, that's, I'll take that deal.
Yeah.
That's like, a great price.
Raindrop Drums plus any other spell, like, clears the board. Nice. Like, sounds pretty good if you are BMA in this situation, though. No vodka, indeed. And once again, we want to note, this is the second Daiwa Scarlet being played. It's good to keep track of these things in the mirror match, just to see, what your opponent has and what players, or what options players have open to them.
For sure. And meanwhile, SYMPHONUS hoping that he gets another Daiwa probably eventually. Yeah,
let's see. What does he have in his hand? Somewhat difficult to see. There are some options. You have cards that we can buy back. So, like, there's Rice Shower here, obviously. So when Rice Shower dies, Last Words, he'll be able to get a card back.
But this is a tricky turn here.
Yeah, both players kind of...
thinking things through.
Yeah, the mirror match can be very... I don't want to say the word grindy, but it can be very, like... We've seen it back and forth. Lots of just, like, board presence.
Oh, and using the Agnes on that, and then using Make Some Noise to do the last 4 damage.
All right, so yeah,
make some noise. So not having to use Raindrops.
And then, of course, we see the Daiwa get pulled out. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then we have...
Are we going to swing?
Just coming in for face, I think. Yeah, chipping on down. And then the -1 and -1 from the Agnes trigger obviously going on.
Yep.
To pour a small little special week there.
Yeah, that's not a special week anymore, brother.
Sad,
That's
sad
regular week.
Yeah, regular week.
That's weekday.
yeah. No, it's gone. Bye-bye.
So
Weekend.
sad. Yeah,
No, it's
weekend. Hey, hey. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, going into the 8 play point turn here for SYMPHONUS. I see a trial initiation in hand, so we know that the Daiwa is in there. He could try and dig for vodka.
It's a pretty threatening board, right? Like having an Agnes and a Daiwa. So you
Yeah.
gotta respond with your own. The same Daiwa.
It's either that or trying to get Amaru Zensuke to deal with this. But honestly, because you already have Daiwa in hand and now trial initiation,
Yeah.
just being able to do this, get trial initiation and try and pull vodka, and then like you have a huge board that they have to contend with. That's what this matchup is. Just like, here's my board, deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll deal with it. Now here's my board.
Right.
You deal with it.
Do you have the answers? I do. Do you have the answers? Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's the entire matchup, baby.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna see a cut here. All right.
Yeah, just a lot, a lot of tutoring from the deck, from the players.
Yep. Lots going on. And there it is.
All right, let's see what he's got.
Is it vodka? No, it's Asian
Oh,
Flash.
Okay, Asian Flash. I mean, that's still removal, right?
That's still removal, but do you want to give them back a Daiwa?
I mean, no. The fanfare.
Yep. Get rid of it with
wanna
make
just-
some
yeah,
noise.
yeah.
Yep. I like it. Now, BMA's deck does run... we already saw one of Sakura and Shiono O, did we not? So...
I believe so.
Yeah, we did, to pull back trial initiation.
Yeah.
So there's no other way to get that Daiwa back from the cemetery, I believe.
He was just running a 1-of there.
And, trading the own Daiwa.
Interesting.
So now both fields are empty. Oh, but now this leaves the tempo in BMA's hands.
Yeah, that's a little scary. Passing the turn with nothing on your field. But, I mean, like, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Vodka never showing up to work.
No. All Daiwa, no vodka.
Yeah. It's a sober Uma deck.
Right. So sober Daiwa. Yeah, I mean, like, where's all the vodka?
Prohibition era Uma Musume.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, now BMA has, like you said, all of the tempo. The world is his oyster.
With 8 play points too. Like with 8 play points, if he die with Scarlets and Vodkas now, that's back-breaking, especially
That's
with
rough.
the defense point advantage too, 20-13 here.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, if you can string together enough spells to give them Storm, like, you could just deal an absurd amount of damage. There's also other plays, too. You know, we have your Narita Bryans.
Oh, that's right. Narita Bryan is active this turn as well.
Yeah.
And we are going to see a special week
All
just
right.
to draw a card.
Yeah.
Maybe potentially even buff up an entire board depending on what's drawn here. It's
Hey, look, it's
Bryan.
Narita Bryan.
Hello. Next turn, that's going to be a menace. Can't do it this turn now that you've already played Special Week, but hey.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, if you're SYMPHONUS, you got to be thinking like, oh, okay.
Next turn, that's an unavoidable
Yep,
5.
he's
So
got it.
I'm basically at 8 health now.
Yeah, virtual 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we still have 6 play points here, with the potential to go very, very wide. Like Igni said, we can Evo Special Week to pump the board. Yeah, I see that as a...
Oh, Narita top road to try and cycle through a little bit, try and find a better card. That kind of signals to me if I'm SYMPHONUS that your hand is not that great right now.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't immediately slam Daiwa Vodka, right?
And even evolving this to buff both the top road.
Ah, yeah, interesting. So perhaps a bit of a weaker hand in trying to establish a board presence, or
Oh!
well then. Well then.
Outrunning the encroaching heat to give Storm and +1/+1 to an allied Uma Musume follower. Holy moly. That is a 4/4 swinging face.
Yeah.
And we know that Narita Bryan is in hand for BMA as well. So this is essentially a 20-4 defense gap.
Not only that, BMA has 8 power and 8 health on the board, right? SYMPHONUS has to clear this up, right?
Yeah.
He has to answer this, and BMA was able to cobble this together with cards that weren't Daiwa Scarlet or
He built it in a
Vodka.
cave with a box of scraps or
Yeah.
whatever.
He's like, I still got it. I don't need Daiwa Scarlet.
Yeah.
I can still pump. And so like, in this situation, if you're SYMPHONUS, less health, don't have the board state.
Maybe you play Sakura. I see a Sakura in hand. There's a Brian as well. Brian is not going to do it for you. You have to clear this board. I think Sakura Chiona O to try and pull back Daiwa Scarlet is maybe a play.
Oh, see, I think BMA still has Raindrop drums. So
That's true,
if he
and he
plays
knows.
Brian, it's just gone. It doesn't do anything. Like, he could just blow it up.
And SYMPHONUS knows that
Yeah,
because
he
BMA
does.
revealed it.
Yeah. So he's in a pretty tough situation.
Oh.
Just staring at that Brian in hand. It's enticing, but we've seen the Raindrop drums, and if you don't remember what it does, it just like hard removes a follower.
Oh, so what is the play on SYMPHONUS' side here? It seems hesitant about it.
All right, what is this?
Asian Flash.
So we did see the Asian Flash. We did see him get that from the top of his deck earlier.
Yep. And gonna go ahead and race it to send back the top road.
All right, he's gonna clean up the board. Can trade.
Yeah, I can trade here.
Without having to rely on Narita Bryan. Yeah, so clean up the board. Still 5 play points, so this is a turn where you, depending on what you have left in your hand, you can establish some board presence, and that's what
Top
we're
road
gonna
of
do.
your own, okay.
And that's just a top road pass.
I think so. I think it might leave some play points open for a quick spell potentially
Yeah.
next turn. Let's see what they discard.
All right. BMA draws.
All right.
We know BMA has Narita Bryan.
Oh, they didn't race it. I just realized. Okay, okay. So they're
Yeah.
just playing it for the body.
So, yeah. Unable to race because he raced previously.
Ran
in
out
the
of
turn.
carrots. Oh, yeah, oh, that's true. The
Yeah,
Asian
yeah.
Flash. Yeah.
So it's just running out for board presence.
That's a weak play, though, on SYMPHONUS' side.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't pass with nothing.
I was just like, what? That can't be it, right? That can't be it.
Like, even when your opponent's at 20, you just gotta have at least some sort of board presence.
Yeah, but only a...
Doesn't feel great, for sure.
Yeah, it really does not. Only having a 3/3 on board, which is basically acting as a vanilla follower at the moment.
Yeah, vanilla 3/3. I mean, her race effect is really good. +1/+1, and then the loot effect, drawing a couple cards, discard. But if you're BMA here, staring down your opponent at 9, you gotta feel like, the world is your oyster.
I feel like he's so thinking about the Narita Bryan engage pass right now.
Yeah. I mean, she's a house, right?
She's huge. And
6'8". She's got Bane. She
it's
can
hard to deal with her, and like
5 direct damage.
there
it is. Yeah.
If the opponent doesn't have range, no, yeah, it has aura too, so raindrop drums can't even target it.
Yeah. It's just difficult.
That's 5 to the
Yeah,
dome.
good point, actually. That's one of the parts I kind of forget about Narita Bryan. She
Yeah.
has aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like, shoot you for 5, and that's like a turn 2 clock.
Narita Bryan, one of the only Uma Musumes that actually is holding a weapon, so
Right.
it makes sense that she's so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a bow, right?
Oh, but actually using it for the board control instead.
Interesting.
Oh.
This feels like a really tempered play to me,
Like,
right?
you cannot generate any value
Yeah.
here. I'm going to stay ahead the entire game.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would have gotten a little bit greedy and hit
Me
face.
too. Me too. Yeah. Oh, it's just so tempting. But yeah, this
Better
is
man than me. Better man than me.
this
Getting-
is
going
the
for that board play.
disciplined play.
Yeah. And we do see Sakura Chiona O here.
Yeah, this is the one that lets you get to
Still
buy back a card.
Yep. Still got a few carrots left too. Oh,
She's got-
wait, that's the last carrot, right? This is the 6th carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last carrot.
Here's the die with Scarlet again.
We're running out of fuel. Daiwa Scarlet, come out.
This die with Scarlet has seen the field. She's seen some stuff.
She's a veteran of the battlefield
Yeah,
at this point.
She's gonna go grab potentially some removal.
But
Yep,
Lamplight can't target
Yeah.
can't target Narita Bryan. It's literally only there for Silent Suzuka at this point.
Yeah, and even like Brian's a 6'8", right? Quite difficult to deal with.
Where Where's vodka?
Nowhere. They're just gone.
Where's vodka?
On vacation. Just kind of chilling.
Vodcation.
Yeah, vodcation.
Hey!
There it is.
Hey! First one of the match.
Yeah, thank you for gracing us with your presence, vodka.
About time. Oh, you lazy bum showing up for work.
Oh, okay, so here we have we have some counters that are going to be placed around here, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Because now...
Flowers for you, going to get that +1, but then also get the vodka trigger.
Yep.
Pump the board by +1/+1.
That's a big board. These two gain rush.
Yeah, so we can profitably finish off this Narita, Brian.
That's true.
It's gonna take a couple
just
followers.
run. Yeah, but do you want to run the Daiwa? Maybe just run in the Sakura and the. Oh, we are keeping the Sakura.
So they're going for stats. Yeah.
Okay, so you keep a 6-5 on the field.
Yeah. To note to everyone that.
Oh, but.
Oh, it just
GG.
shows the Oguri cap. I
Shows Oguri.
have the finish.
And it's a GG, meaning that BMA is now 5-1, winning the Uma Musume Mirror in round 6. Congratulations to BMA. Like I said, it's nice seeing somebody who transitioned from the digital game coming into the physical game and doing so well. Not only coming third in the Sydney Regionals. Oh, is it 4-2? Okay. Okay, it might be 4-2.
Okay.
So, ooh, that's getting a little close now, actually.
That is, yeah.
Oh, might not. We're going to have to see Bima's performance for the rest of the day to see if he makes it to top 8. But we only have one round of Swiss after this. So, but from the performance I saw here, I'm feeling a little confident about him.
Yeah, I mean, like, great performance. I think SYMPHONUS did an admirable job being on the back foot for most of the game. You know, able to kind of stay in with the punches here and there, but unfortunately not able to really form a stable board state for more than a turn or so.
Right.
BMA was able to push damage while maintaining the board state, and, you know, them's the dice.
Yeah, and I think that that Gold City did end up actually really mattering because that put so much pressure in the early game.
Yeah.
That plus Asian Flash to send back their guy. And now you have one less body, and I have two bodies that are both highly statted turn 4, and you have to deal with it. So, like, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, like, I'm actually very impressed with that card so far in this event, right?
Right.
Like, just the power of tempo and board state is just, like, just crazy good, right? Just being able to, even though it's just a 3-3, not even with the Storm, has just been, like, enough, right?
Wow, one play point 3-3. Who thought it would have been good?
Right, yeah. Even if you just run, like, a 1-of, right? Just still good enough.
Yeah, because it especially at this meta where you have these key, like, boss monster drops that have to be answered.
Yes.
If you can bait out removal on an earlier turn by pressuring them, and then that inadvertently protects your super wombo combo turn, right? So that makes a lot of sense. And we saw that principle in almost every round today, even all the way back in the Dragon Abyss round, when that Olivia tanked a Dance of Death for an Oguri cap.
Oh yeah,
and that ended up being a huge point of contention. And then here as well, with the Gold City doing the same thing for Forest and for Uma. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, love to see it. It's just like, oh man, it's really exciting today. Love to see like these like back and forth games, battles of the board state.
The players are innovating every single day. Like, there are cards being played today that I did not see in any LCQ or regional, and they're doing well.
More than a couple, actually.
More than a couple, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Pretty amazing stuff. And again, yeah, wow, just incredible showing. Uma Musume Mirror, the first one of the day. Probably not going to be the last because a lot of people here are bringing Uma, but that just showed, like, even without the vodka for so long, they were still able to gain incremental advantages just by clearing the board here, saving a removal in the back, and whoever can manage those resources better ended up coming out on top. So very interesting gameplay there.
Yeah.
But that is the round, and that means, you know what that means?
Trivia time.
It's trivia time, baby. So if you guys didn't know, make sure to type join in the chat to join the giveaway where you can win one Flame of Levitine booster pack as well as a signed Evolution Point card from either me or from Chris Different Fight, your English edition ambassadors. Now, Cal, what is the question this time around?
Alrighty, let me pull this one up. Okay, so for Shadowverse fans out there, do you like Mysteria?
Ooh, now that's a loaded question.
I know some people do. I know some people do. And Mysteria has a couple fan favorite characters. So this has to do with those two characters, Anne and Greya. So
yes.
the question is, how many play points will you need to play both Anne, Belle of Mysteria, and Greya, the Dragonborn, from your hand or EX area?
Welcome, contestants, one and all. Here are your options. Option A, 2. Option B, 4. Option C, 6. And option D, 8. Make your guesses, or if you know the answer, write your answer. But make sure to type join first in the chat. Type your answer, and again, you could win a booster pack from Flame of Levitine, as well as a signed evolution point from either me or Chris Different Fight. So make sure you get in there and type your answer.
Yeah, and as we saw in the last round, they're lucky, right? Your Evo
They
points.
are lucky.
Yeah.
We saw that.
Yeah.
BMA ended the game at 20 defense.
Yeah.
Hey, get your evolution points now. That's all I'm saying. You too could become world champion.
Yeah.
Is that too much of a sell?
It's a bit of a sell. It's a bit.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in so far. We are going to come back with one more round of Swiss before we take a break for the final top 8 cut. But we still have one more round of Swiss. And again, we have another very exciting Shadowverse Evolve announcement as well coming up on this stream.
Yes.
So you're going to want to make sure that you're tuned in all the way. We'll be back right after this break.
The flame of Leviathan rises, and new heroes must answer its roar. Will you join the adventure? Booster Set 3, Flame of Leviathan, now on sale.
Introducing the first crossover set. Uma Musume Pretty Derby is coming to Shadowverse Evolve. Now on sale.
Shadowverse, which took the world by storm, greets a second dawn. As a trading card game. Arise, warriors. Be anointed in light, and soar towards a horizon more brilliant than you've ever seen before. Shadowverse Evolve. Build a deck to conquer a new age. Choose from 6 classes. Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, Havencraft. And the Shadowverse Evolve Original, Abysscraft. Further bolster your forces with cards from the versatile neutral class. And grow your power beyond reckoning. Storm the battlefield with powerful followers. Or control the tides with masterful spells. The future glows at your fingertips. It is time for the newest chapter of our long, ever-shifting story. Shadowverse Evolve.
From Nijisanji EN's third wave, Etheria! Today, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming collaboration between cards in Shadowverse Evolve, featuring me! Without further ado, let's take a look at my cards, shall we? First up, we have our one-cost card, which is called It's a Sweets Buffet. That's me and Lucy, stuffed after all that candy! Next, we have... Ta-da! That's me, a a 6-cost card, Witch of Calamity, Millie Parfait! I'm just lazing with Lucy here. Oh, there's even going to be a special signed version of this card. Yes, I signed it. I'm gonna evolve too! And now, these are the leader cards you could use as your avatar in game. I'll share my 7 million IQ with you and leave you to